opportunity to send this one away. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. Here's DeAndre Carter with the return. Showing a little burst so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
I'll tell you what, this quarterback can sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and you're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down.
Yeah, leader, bro. You got all that shit going on in the background.
Play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Working out of the gun, Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
18 Rattler.
Here he goes, third and long. Called in by Njoku, left side. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here.
Second Pirate, 60 Eagles.
Sanders going to throw on 4. Tillman down the field, and he's got it. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. So 21 yards and the first. What a call to go for it there on 4.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
On first down, here's Sanders. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down.
Got your ass.
Second and 17 at the Ravens' 43-yard line.
That was me.
Warrior 70. Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Go.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders.
Oh,
That's a quick hitter. And he's taken down at the 30.
To number 16. A gain of 13 on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Ready.
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
Tag. 6.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. That one's caught. Judy has it. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that's a Browns first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Putting a receiver in motion. Running the draw here with Judkins. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
If you really study the great teams when it comes to running that play, that draw concept, watch the offensive lines pad up. Those defenders, those linebackers, they're looking for cues and tells. That offensive line gives it away, that play gets hit in the mouth. Instead, those guys sold it just perfectly, and the yards follow.
He surges ahead for 5. Make it second down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Play action, Sanders. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Ready to go with the second quarter. And it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. 3rd and short here. Sanders. Thinking touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up 4th down.
What you gonna do, Chad?
Sure looked like they were sitting on that slant, weren't they, Brock? If a route was going to beat them, it was not going to be that one.
Yeah, we see this route all the time, really at every level of football, because as a receiver, you just want to get inside that defender, and when you do, you hope to find that connection, but the contact knocked that sucker away. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Returnable from the 2. And they get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Now it's Lamar. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews.
Good throw.
This is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Baltimore.
And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
From the gun, Jackson. Isn't holding on. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Loss of 4 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football in Huntington Bank on its way. 5 men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Gets it downfield. On target to Flowers. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
He'll set up the screen for Henry. That screen
What the
snipped
fuck is
out
going
quickly,
on?
shut down behind the line.
This type of shit is
I
going
know
on.
coordinator, quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, The defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Lamar now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Trying to get outside with Henry. He wants to, but he's not going to be able to continue the run. Got him 6, but they stopped him short. It's fourth down now.
A gain of 7. It's fourth down.
Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here.
No, we changed it. We changed it.
Jackson's going to go on fourth. Lasers this one deep down.
Oh, my goodness, Lamar.
They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Jesus.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Ready, ready.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out first and 10.
19, 18. Come on.
Throwing from the gun. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays. Well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Here we go. Start.
Here's Judkins on second down. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the first. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. Third down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on third and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Working quickly here.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Sanders going to throw here on first. On the move, headed right. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Dragon 60. Let's go now. Mustang 19. Let's go.
Back to the air here on second. Sanders. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half. No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Get it.
From the gun, Judkins. There's one that's about 4, but he's still well shy of that marker. It's fourth down. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So the Browns sending out Andre Schmidt on this fourth down. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2.
Blew it.
Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. And here is Schmidt to send this away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Jackson looking to throw. Pass pulled in by Henry. They blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Yo. 13.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Escapes the pocket. And the coverage is too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. Jackson now, third and long. Hits his running back. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7. Looking to throw. Has his man. It's cut by Andrews. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on 4th, and they pick up the first down, too.
A gain of 14. And the Raven first down.
Lamar throwing again. Completed to his running back. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take the lead right away in half number 2. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage big time.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Sanders.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 2 yards. It's third down and 5.
From the gun on third down. Short pass brought in. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
That's good for a Browns first down.
To the air on first down. Sanders. Once more into the hands of Judy. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Shotgun handoff here for Judkins. Didn't sell the draw enough, and he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for second down. Anytime you dial up a blitz and you catch them running the draw like that, Brock, the D coordinator, he's going to be patting himself on the back right there.
He is, and not only for the call, but the execution of his player as well. Because you call blitz, Kate, sometimes they can just run with their hair on fire. He had the awareness to stop that draw before it could get started.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. 7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. Cougar night.
He'll throw it. Oh, no.
Sat on that shit the whole time. Sat on that shit the whole time. Stop that.
He brings this one back. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Stop that.
Pick 6.
Gosh, I love that play on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception already a terrific effort by everybody involved.
But you should have used that the whole game.
To take it all the way back to the house, it required extra effort from everybody, and they get the job done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
That's a total off.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Back to the air following that pick 6. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. A big completion for the rookie out of Colorado. It gets his guys a first.
79 Broncos. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Hauled in by Njoku left side. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. A pickup of 17. And that's a Browns first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Tight. 70 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready, ready.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Offense up to the line fast.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the red zone on first. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
On the set. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing again here, Sanders.
Sitting on that shit.
Sitting
Sitting on that shit.
Up here.
A loss of 6 yards.
Not saying 19.
Brings up 3rd and 16.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Warriors 70. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
3rd and long here for Sanders.
Look at him.
Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that again.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns now within 1 score in the 4th.
That quarterback knew He was going to wear one to get that throw away, and he'll be happy to make that trade-off every single time when it leads to a touchdown.
So the touchdown was only a part of it,
run the
Brock. They're
same
going to go for
play
2
20
now and
times in a
try to
row.
make this just a field goal game.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it.
Oh, he dropped
Doing
it.
on that 2-point opportunity, a fail on the conversion. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
1st and 10 from the 32. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Complete out to the right. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Lamar now from the gun. Finding Flowers. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
God
Well,
off.
the defense was ready for that throw, stopping him right in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage.
Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. The left side cut by Andrews. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. And this defense wants the extra stoppage before the 2-minute warning as they take a timeout, 2:05 on the clock.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. Gonna need more of those as they trail by a score. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Ravens leading by 5. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Lamar off the play fake. Chased out to his right. Gets this one to Andrews. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Back to throw it. Gets it downfield. On target to Flowers. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Here's Luke for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Ravens push the lead up to 12.
Sir, just how we like it. Go ahead and quit. Yeah, I need an elite quarterback that's going to hit them throws like all time and can get out the pocket. Who is that quarterback? Patty? I think I can.
These restless eyes of mine will sit into my heart and sugar. In a jumbled life of glitter, dream hit concrete.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Denver Broncos.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
And off we go from Denver.
Oh, you skunk kicking? Wow.
So a teammate picking him up there. That
Come on, you didn't even try. Yeah, okay.
And the way that
That was a perfect scum kick. I said, you a scum kicker? I was a perfect scum kick. I don't want to hear that shit. I ain't need nothing. Nah, I don't want to hear that. I was a perfect scum kick, nigga. I ain't hearing that shit. That's a glitch in the game. That's scum of the earth. Nah, it's scum kicking.
Coach these
It's a
things,
scum kick.
you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Set. 20. What's up?
on the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
Second down and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
180. Alert, 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 alert.
To throw, Mayfield.
Oh!
This rookie wideout from Ohio State here.
This fucking shit.
This well upfield.
Nah, that wasn't Mike. That wasn't Mike.
Get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40
Yeah.
yards here.
Good fucking dot, Baker.
Play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Set. Run. 180. Hey, alert 33. Stop.
Now Mayfield.
Oh, got his ass again. Got his ass again.
Buka, 53 yards. And the Buccaneers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start.
What a pass.
Their first drive, Charles,
what a good pass. What a beautiful pass.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Nah, that ain't no scum kick.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this.
That's how you're supposed to kick the ball.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yaya Diaby got in there behind the line and dropped him for a loss on the play.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw, here's Nix.
Oh my goodness, guys. What are you even guarding?
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Bucks.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 40.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Quick
throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Shave me on that.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter.
Oh, I was good.
Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Nick's going to keep this himself.
Wow.
So it looks like they start some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Nick's going to give to Harvey.
Oh, shit.
And all the way home for the Broncos score. R.J. Harvey, 32 yards. And the Broncos respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here. You hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Scum kicking again. Scum kicking again.
On the return is Sean Tucker.
Sean Tucker on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
I don't listen to that nigga talk. Fuck. Yeah.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone, and with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays, eat up chunks of yardage, and cut down the number of times you have to.
And he's into the end zone for a
Got his ass again.
touchdown.
Got his ass.
An even 90 yards.
Got his ass.
And the Bucs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A handoff. Here's Harvey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Nix to the air. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Nix.
Good defense, boy.
Incomplete. The contact there enough to draw that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Mayfield.
Oh,
Double team is intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein it back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
That's why you run the ball, because you wasn't even blitzing. Get your ass dropped back. But you know what? That's what they do. I got to know that.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready. 180.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go now. Craft all 80. Ready.
And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Ready. 180. Captain.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now it's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
No more.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you.
How do they perfectly run into each other?
Frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
180. Run. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th.
What the fuck was that? Yo! What the fuck was that?
And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Yo, this game is on some nut shit.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward.
This shit is blowing me, bro.
Second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Broncos.
They'll go play action with Nix. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
At the 35-yard
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. One play action. Here's Nix. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Take it to the house, baby. Take it to the house, baby. Take it to the house, baby.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to
Let's
the
go.
house for a Buccaneer TD.
Let's go.
And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Broncos 10. Chase McLaughlin.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Scum of the earth. Okay.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
this is taken in. It's complete.
Wow.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their
We're getting
timeouts
some crazy shit.
as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
he scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing Nix.
Yes, sir.
Pressure too much. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Nix from the shotgun. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far.
I was there, bro.
Trailing and looking for a little momentum.
I can't even make a play on the ball.
Let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their
Come on,
credit,
bro.
resulted in a healthy amount of yardage.
Look at this shit. Shit is terrible.
They're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Nix. And he's got his man on the out route. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Marvin Mims, 40 yards. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the...
They'll look to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it.
Damn, Jamel
So they
getting
went
cooked.
ahead and went for 2 to tie the game,
Jamel
and
getting
it
cooked
works
like a
out.
fool.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
He's doing the scum kick shit, bro. So fucking garbage.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard
I
line.
forget about it every time. Scum of the fucking earth.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff here to Irving.
Get out of there, bro.
Tackle made at the line, so they're converging.
God damn.
3rd down and 10.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
I should have waited.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exception?
That interception on his last drive. I'll be in a whole different ball game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Yeah, I finally got that one. Good job, nigga.
And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone will come
Mike
free.
Evans, nigga.
Mayfield down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 4 yards on the touchdown ground. And the Bucs have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30s. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Broncos. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2 yards to go, second down.
brings up 2nd and 2.
Evans has it left side. And Evans will have a Bucs first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a first down.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield.
Yeah,
He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is caught. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
He was brought down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Irving. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Regular, 20.
They'll set up a throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Here we go. 1st and goal. They run out of the gun with Irving. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Baker changing the play at the line. Here's Baker. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Nix.
Oh!
He threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed
second pick I should have.
Coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2nd and 6 coming up.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
On the give, it's Harvey. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. A big play looming on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nix.
Guarding this nigga. Oh my goodness, bro.
He's inside the 30.
Terrible defense. He's wide but fucking open.
Check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead with Harvey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And his kick is good.
So
he knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game.
And this pick 6 back.